Welcome back to Marshall High School as we get ready for our second All-Star game of the day as Loudoun takes on Fairfax North here at the DMVSTREAM.COM Nova Challenge. Jeremy Huber and Junior Burrow back with you courtside. Junior expecting some really good basketball. We saw some good in the first game, expecting more good basketball in the second matchup.
Yes, I'm excited. I've been here all day. I'm feeling pretty good about this event. They put out the best in this area, and they've shown up today. They played hard. The game was great, and I'm expecting the same thing from this game, and I'm glad to be here with you, Jeremy, as you know.
Let's take a quick look at the rosters. Let's look at the Loudoun County roster. Saw some of these guys in the dunk contest and three-point contest and some impressive talent there.
Absolutely. You talk about wing players that can jump, talking about shooters from the wing. You talk about point guards that can play, big guys that can move around a little bit. It's going to make for an exciting game.
And look out for Kyle Copeland, one of the top guys also. Corey Dang, the top player in 4A in the state of Virginia. Also on the other side of things for Fairfax, their roster, quick take a subtraction from the roster. Tyler Scanlon, guy made All-Met this year, top player for Westfield. He's not playing, but still a lot of talented guys there, including his teammate Blake Francis.
Absolutely, and the thing about it is that, you know, once again, you have that smaller team playing against that bigger team a little bit, bigger wings, I accept, and you're just hoping for a good flow of the game where everybody moves the ball around, everybody's playing well. Blake Francis has been great for a long time. I mean, Chase Barrett, I mean, these guys can really play out here, and I'm just glad to be a part of it, to get a chance to steward it from this side of it. DMV Stream doing a great job of putting these events on and giving us an opportunity to see these guys play, and I'm very pleased to be here.
Also see Nate Schaefer, one of our players to watch in this one, was the Northern Region Defensive Player of the Year in 6A. Also players to watch for the Loudoun County side of things. Again, a little lower level competition, somewhat played there, more 5A and 4A schools to Fairfax with the 6A and the 5A schools, but again, still also some top-notch players out there. You see the bench of the Fairfax North squad. Again, some really good talented players there, but also players to watch for the Loudoun County squad. Of course, they are in red today. You see some of the starters being introduced. And again, we'll get into those players to watch in just a bit. You see the coach, Al Smith. He is definitely decked out today.
Yeah, I mean, that shirt, that's real. I'm trying to think of a good word for that shirt, that jacket right there, outside of spiffy. Let's go with spiffy, Jeremy.
Yeah, I mean, it's got the checkerboard pattern on it. You know, if it was orange, you think it's something Bruce Pearl would have worn when he was down there, but obviously snappy dress in there, something that Don Cherry would be proud of, the old hockey announcer up in Canada.
Throwing off my vision a little bit, man. I just did a slam dunk contest and this kind of stuff on it. You know, hey, I need to get myself together here today. That helps get me going again. And he got on the wingtips, Jeremy. You know how hard it is to get a big man in wingtips? Goodness gracious, I'm impressed all the way down with that outfit.
Yeah, definitely Coach Smith bringing it to the table. You see the Loudoun County team being introduced. There's Jamel Howard, who won the dunk contest.
Yes.
Nipped at the end by William Unterkoffler. But again, Howard, a kid who really can do some kind of a glue guy as well. But a lot of really good players on this Loudoun County team. You've got some players of the year on both sides. Again, Coin Dang, we're seeing right there, he was the player of the year in 4A in Virginia, so expecting some stuff out of him today too.
Absolutely, a two-way athlete on his way to VMI. I mean, when you're talking about player of the year at any level, that means you're the best at your region, and they're both on both teams. They're both on each team, I'm sorry. And when you can get that kind of competition going each other, somebody or one of them wants to say, listen, I'm better than you, and that's going to help for a competitive game right here.
Yeah, again, that area pride.
Yes, we hope that everybody wants to go out there and be impressive. I mean, because the first game, they have a lot to live up to if they're going to play like that in this second game.
So now the Fairfax team being introduced, and of course, Ungerleider with a nice performance in the three-point shootout.
Yeah, he did a great job in that three-point shootout and giving him an opportunity to win that thing. And right there to the end, right down there to the end, he probably ran out of legs a little bit. Didn't get a chance to get going as well as he did in the first two rounds. But, hey, it's all about competing, and he seems like one of those kids that's going to compete, which is going to help this game,
yeah,
which I'm hoping.
Yeah, again, most of these team from this Fairfax North squad, you know, a couple different schools, but a lot of Westfield represented here, some Madison, some Marshall, Langley as well, South Lakes represented out in this game. A little more representation when it comes to different schools from Loudoun County. We've got Broad Run, Tuscarora, Rockridge, Heritage, John Champ, Freedom as well, Woodgrove. Briar Woods, Tuscarora, Stonebridge, all these schools represented. So should be a fun event today, seeing what these teams can do. It's interesting though, not all the teams represented. Loudoun Valley had a really good year out there. No one from their team on this squad. Somewhat similar, I noticed on the rosters for Fairfax North. No one from Herndon, usually a pretty good program. Chantilly as well. So, but again, lots of talent on this team, and should be a real fun game to watch.
I thought, Blake Francis was a former Chantilly player, and I guess they'll take a little bit of credit from him. Huh?
Yeah, but obviously over at Westfield, and part of a really good Westfield program that won the state this year. We talked about Tyler Scanlon, originally supposed to play in this game, is not, but Scanlon averaged 10 triple doubles on the season. I mean, that's amazing. Now again, we know that coming from Paul VI, like he did. Yes. Obviously high-level player there, but and really a nice double-double for him this year, as he was able to go ahead and be part of a state champion football and basketball team.
I mean, that just goes to show what kind of player he was, and I've known him well for a long time. This kid he was always where he needed to be. He understands the game at every level. No game is too big for him, and that's going to help him at that next level when he gets over to college as well. So
it's actually funny. Hank Johnson, part of this squad for the Nova Challenge, and he actually did play on both the football and basketball teams this year at Westfield, so part of those two state champion teams, so a really good year for him. So almost ready to go ahead and get this one underway. Glad you be with us. So our starting lineups coming out onto the court. Nate Schaefer.
Now, Jeremy, listen. Now, last All-Star game we had over here, we didn't have a bunch of referee stuff going on here. We had those referees, they did exactly what they supposed to do. They let us play out there today. I hope this crew right here does the same thing. I don't want to get all caught up and get all angry at them, because every time I'm with you, I seem to have a problem with the referees. I'm hoping that today is not one of those days. What do you think?
Hopefully. Before this game gets going, I had a chance to catch up earlier with John Wood of 29 Diner, one of the fine sponsors of this game.
Hey everybody, this is John Wood from the 29 Diner, and I'm honored and excited to be here and part of this great platform that you all have put together. I'm honored to feed you and take care of you all, but most importantly, I'm here to recognize the greatness that you all are doing. So please.
Go ahead. And we are underway here at Marshall High School for this one. Again, Fairfax North and Loudoun County, and it's time to go, Junior.
Absolutely. It's usually these games are guard-oriented. You got that all-star situation where everybody has the ball in their hand and moving up and down the floor at a pace that some of them don't play at on a consistent basis. But at the end of the day, the team that moves the ball around the most and gets everybody in a shot, that's usually the team that wins.
That rebound pulled down by Tarpley of Langley. He's joined out on the court right now by Schaefer, his teammate from Langley. That pass is going to go out of bounds, give you a chance to get you those entire starting lineups. Also out there right now, it's Alex McNaughton of Fairfax, Chase Barron of Marshall, and Blake Francis of Westfield for Loudoun County. Kyle Copeland, also joined by his teammate Jamel Howard of Tuscarora. Also out there now, Lucas Martin as the shot goes up, and that one goes down. So first bucket of the game for Nate Schaefer.
Man, that's a tough little move from Nate. Nate's supposed to be the defensive player of the year as opposed to the offensive player of the year. That was a nice little move from him.
Spinning the dish. Martin misses the shot there. Also on the court, Dang for Loudoun County out of John Champa as this three from the corners put up. That one no good. Batted around. Howard's going to pull it in. Down the lane. Dished off. Nice passing, and Dang's able to put one down the first points for Loudoun.
That's just running the floor. He's, as I've heard from the scouts, he's just somebody who just plays, continuously plays, throughout whatever he's doing. That's why he's player of the year in the state. Just continues to play through it all. Stays with the same type of emotional balance that you need if you're going to be a consistent player.
Collins with that bucket there with the two. Of course, the three at the other end by Blake Francis, the 1-point lead. Fairfax with the lead. Our graphic a little bit off there. And now this one back up and score. So now a 7-4 lead for Fairfax. That bucket coming from Alex McNaughton.
The teams that move the ball around the best are the teams that are going to stay in the game. That's what it is. It's about everybody touching the ball, everybody getting an opportunity to get a feel for it, get that nervousness out. Plus, there's a lot of sitting around, Jeremy, for a minute there for that three-point contest and that dunk contest. Guys are getting a chance to get that real good warm-up.
Into Copeland. Try to drive on the baseline, nothing there. Put the shot up, that one no good. The ball out of bounds over to Fairfax North.
I mean, it's a little windy in here, John. A little windy on there, that shot. Did you feel the breeze?
A little bit.
I tell you what, I can smell that barbecue. So, I mean, it's got to be some type of breeze coming through here.
Ball knocked around Francis with the miss, and that rebound pulled in by Lucas Martin. Down the other way, Dang, throw down, showtime. He's got 4 and the lead's down to 1, a steal. Howard gives it back over to Dang. He'll put it up and score. So the 4A Player of the Year in Virginia, he's got a quick 6.
He's just all over the place. You can see it all. You can see it in his athleticism, high legs. You know, he's just out there playing through it.
Nice move there, a nice feed, and a nice put away by Schaefer.
A little contrary from the first game where threes were flying all over the place as opposed to now everything's in the lane.
And that one again in the lane, and an easy one for Lucas Martin. Nice feed. Tarpley, pull-up jumper, no good. Rebound by Martin. Howard down the lane. Going to try and put one up. Gets it blocked by Schaefer, out of bounds. Let's get it over to our Bob Troth with this update.
Well, Jeremy, too often young athletes narrowly have their eyes on the prize rather than on the present here in the college basketball one-and-done era that we live in. Tuscarora's 6'4", 170-pound combo guard Kyle Copeland certainly has big plans for the future, but is living in the present as he recently decided to further his academic and athletic scholarship to Phillips Exeter Academy in New Hampshire. Look for Kyle to have an active game here in the DMVSTREAM.COM Nova Challenge. Jeremy, back to you.
Thank you, Bob. And, of course, Kyle thinking about trying to go to Princeton Junior. He's got some mutual interest on both sides there.
Well, you know, obviously Princeton has a history of just being a very good team in the NCAA tournament and being an Ivy League, one of the big teams in the Ivy League. And, of course, Yale getting that win earlier this year against Baylor just goes to show how you can still win games in that league and be in a productive league over there. But Princeton, man, my head just started hurting saying their name twice, Jeremy, as far as this educational thing going on. You know, even though I went to University of Virginia, I don't think Princeton was really looking at me as a possible candidate. What do you think?
Ball knocked around. We'll see the replay of the coin. Dang dunk from earlier on as that one put in by Tarpley. But here, Dang with the throwdown.
Absolutely. Just showing his overall athleticism.
Shot up from the corner, no good. So it'll stay. And now quickly, Tarpley going to put up another shot. Tarpley going to score again. So Devon Tarpley with a quick 5 points and lead 5 points for Fairfax North.
I tell you what, though, they seem to be moving the ball a little better. You know, Fairfax North seems to be moving the ball just a little bit better. Everybody's touching it. But they do have a dynamic point guard in Blake out there in the front. So, you know, that's what happens when you have Blake Francis out there with you.
McNaughton with that one off the baseline. He's seemingly, I believe he's perfect from the field. That one out of bounds, and it'll stay with Loudoun. We'll see the wholesale substitutions come into the game.
You know, Jeremy, I like to ask you questions as well. I don't like to just be the analyst and stuff like this. When you watch games like this and you see all of this talent, and do you always wonder, why isn't some of these kids getting bigger and better offers as far as these Division I's or even these high major Division I, Division II schools? You
see that setup there. Again, you know that Blake Francis has the eyes. Gets it to McNaughton for the score.
Answer my question, Jeremy.
There's some guys here, it's public schools. That foul's going to go on Unterkoffler, and he's the first guy to commit a foul, and that's going to lead to an and one situation for Colin Jakimowski of Stonebridge.
I mean, it's just, in my opinion, it's just the fact that the DMV is rich in basketball all over the place. It's not just Baltimore. It's not just D.C. It's not just in between those places. You can come down here. You can come down into the upper Fairfax, Loudoun County areas and find yourself a very good basketball player that can help your team win some games at the next level.
You got a few guys, D3, some guys that might be playing some D1, later on. Like we talked about, Copeland might be a guy that might be there after a post-grad year. This one's batted around, eventually pulled in by Loudoun County. But it's Carl Huber with that rebound, and he goes for the tap back, and Huber scores.
Hey, good shot, good rebound, good flow of the game. This might be a better flow from the game earlier, but, these guys are really intense. There's a lot of guys just trying to win the game, too. That's what you really like. You like to see people that just want to win the game.
Down low, tied up, and a foul going to be called. So I think more fouls we saw in the first game and this game already.
Here we go. It's just me and you, Jeremy. We just bring out the worst of referees. That's probably what it is. We bring out the worst in the referees.
Dave Owens does bring out the best. He's on the call with you earlier on. Tyler White there, the Marshall player, this home gym, but he's actually going to JMU to play football.
Two football players going against each other right now. That's what's happening up under there.
That's right.
What position is 3-5 going to play in? Where is Tyler going to play down there, Jeremy?
Be an offensive lineman, his first team all Virginia High School League.
That impresses you, Jeremy, doesn't it?
That's pretty good. I like those guys. Jaleel Robinson picked up that foul. And now down low looking to score. And now the big man going to put up the three. And that one's no good. And Loudoun will take it the other way.
I tell you what, JMU got themselves an athlete. When you can get a big guy that's able to move like he's able to move and play your offensive line, there's a career in it for him.
Just around, three-pointer up from the outside, no good. Rebound, though, by Burdick. He'll put that in the tap back, up and good. Get out to Anthony Cox. So 19 all, and we'll go ahead and throw it over to our Bob Trosset. Standing by with Evolution Basketball's Alex Harris.
All right, Jeremy, here alongside Alex Harris from Evolution Basketball, who ran a training camp prior to the 2016 DMVSTREAM.COM Nova Challenge this morning. Alex, how'd it go this morning?
It was a great event. We were really excited with the turnout, with the level of competition, and the players that were there, yeah.
And what's your hope going forward with this training skill?
Well, the goal here is pretty obvious. You know, we want the kids that are at the top 40 camp to eventually be in the All-Star game. You know, we want them to be the next wave of kids that are in this All-Star game. And fortunately, the top 40 camp didn't just include juniors. We had some sophomores and even freshmen. So obviously those kids have a bright future.
And how do those kids feel about this game? I mean, are they passionate about it? Are they excited for the future?
I mean, if you were here, you would have seen the energy in the gym. I mean, the energy in the gym this morning was huge. You know, I mean, it was to the point where, you know, you had to yell to the guy next to you because of the noise level, the excitement. You know, the coaches, the players, everybody was getting fired up, and it was great. I mean, I was really impressed with the effort put forth and what we got accomplished.
What's your expectations for this game so far to round out the day?
I don't know. This is a really tight game today, and this I got to give it to the Loudoun guys in this one. They got a pretty strong group this year, and I think the past couple of years the Fairfax team has won, but I think the Loudoun group's going to win them this year.
All right, you heard it here first. Alex Harris from Evolution Basketball. Jeremy, back to you.
Thank you much, guys. And this one saved in bounds and dished down low and
not a bad,
partially blocked.
Alex is not a bad slam dunk judge either. Jeremy.
Very good player at American University.
Absolutely.
And off the side, and now fight for the rebound, and that one going to be put up and good as Unterkoffler gets his first bucket of the game. Now Burdick, the quick three at the other end, no good.
It's a good pace of the game, though. This is what you want your All-Star game to look like. You want it to look like everybody's moving at a different pace than the other schools. You know, everybody's getting up and down the court. The ball is touching everybody's hands. 1 or 2 dribbles.
Robinson, a little contact there, tries to save it in bounds. Now Huber's going to try and save it. And it's going to be grabbed by Burdick, who will pull up at the foul line and knock it down.
2 saves out of bounds while guys diving in an All-Star game. We'll never see that again.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you look at the Loudoun team, we'll get into this a little bit later on, that one off. But, you know, we talked about a little bit lower level when it comes to the classification. So there may be a little chip on the shoulder for the Loudoun guys want to prove, as you said, kind of be as good as the guys from Fairfax.
Absolutely. I mean, it's always going to be that way. I'm better. I'm bigger. I'm everything else that you're not. You know, I heard about you, the newspaper articles, all those things, player of the year, blah, blah, blah. Here's my chance. Here's my chance. I'm here. This is an event. You know, I'm going to a bigger school than you, something like that. You know, here we go. That's what it's all about. I love it.
Little battle down low between Robinson and White. White turnaround, another foul going to be called. I believe that's going to be second foul on Robinson so far. Man. You don't usually pick up that many fouls in an All-Star game.
I feel like the ref is looking for something to go on between the two of them. I tell you what it is, though. It's an offensive and a defensive guy going against each other on the next level. And I really like to see the two of these guys banging up under there. Jaleel, man, that's a nice little combination right there. Mr. White going to JMU to play football. And that form looks pretty good. They need him on that basketball team. They lost, you know, they got a brand new coach down there on that basketball team.
They do.
Yes, they do. Mr. Loudoun.
Some turnover over the last few years down at James Madison.
Yeah. Well, congratulations to Loudoun. He's going to be a great coach. Wish him all the well down there. He can come up here and start recruiting in this area, get a little bit better, and that's going to help that university tremendously.
So Marshall, the second one off by White. He misses, so keeps the lead at 5 points for Loudoun. Shot up here, that's one no good. Francis with it. He'll take it across. Three-pointer banged down by Blake Francis, his second of the game.
Yeah, Mr. Francis has been good for a long time, sir, Jeremy. He's been good for a while, playing at the highest level of AAU basketball with that team, that DC Premier team, and now just to see him playing now and to see him maturing and turn into a full all-out point guard, that's fantastic.
Now, chance to tie it up or take the lead. Another foul going to be called. I tell you what, it's a bull in a china shop approach for Tyler White, but it's working. He's drawing fouls and scoring points.
Mr. White, let them know I still got a little bit of basketball left in me, before I give it all up for football. I want to see him in intramurals anywhere down there when they start getting to play all that offseason down there, once he gets that real weight room stuff in.
All tied up. Dang with the spin, loses control. That'll go out of bounds, and I believe it'll stay with Loudoun. Let's get over to our Alex Hitano.
Thank you so much. Now entering the game is Nate Schaefer, and the Swarthmore College commit has looked outstanding in the paint so far this game, making blocks and rebounds. He was Defensive Player of the Year in his conference and region, averaging 11 points and 9 rebounds, and it's clear to see why, and it's very exciting to see what he will do for the rest of this game. Back to you guys.
Thank you much, Alex. It's shot by Francis off. Going to be chased down by Copeland. Remember, no shot clock in this game, so I don't think we'll see teams holding, and obviously we don't as Copeland goes in and takes the foul, and he'll have a chance for three-point play.
Copeland has a different type of athleticism out here, Jeremy. He has that long, lengthy type of athleticism, and in these kind of games really does benefit you. And just staying aggressive in these games, he'll have a chance to be at that end when we start talking about MVP voting and all that other stuff.
Copeland with the miss there. And again, we talked about played on a team that didn't have a lot of height, so he had to kind of hone those skills of a bigger guy than maybe what his frame would suggest. Three-pointer up from off the corner, no good. Rebound, though, pulled in. Back in the middle. Good ball movement by Fairfax North. That one's off, and Dang gets the rebound. 2 seconds. Will they get a shot off? They'll try. They're going to wave that one off. Wouldn't have been good anyway, out of the hands of Caldwell. And that will take us to the end of the first quarter. Loudoun leads Fairfax North 31-29. More after this.
Established in 2000, Burke Sporting Goods is committed to providing outstanding customer service and quality products to our community. We are the leading provider in Northern Virginia of screen printing, embroidery, trophies, banners, promotional items, and much more. Whether your goal is to put your team in uniforms or outfit your company in corporate apparel, we have you covered from concept to completion. No matter if your needs are big or small, we strive to provide our customers with quality and affordable products, along with the friendly atmosphere and superior customer service of our family business.
Welcome back to Marshall High School. Loudoun leading Fairfax North 31-29 as we start the second quarter. And again, Loudoun in the red, Fairfax in the baby blue, the colors of George Marshall High School. That shot up, no good, batted around, and foul called down low, a lot of contact. You mentioned it, Junior, these two teams are playing hard.
Yes, and that's what you want. You want everybody, listen, the ball is touching everybody's hands, so you got that on offense. Now you got some body contact, some meat slapping is like I like to call it a little bit on the other end. That's perfect for me. I like this. This will make these games, it's not as high scoring as the first game because you don't have, to be honest with you, the offensive threats that they had in that first game, it doesn't seem like. But if everybody's touching the ball, you can still get a good game.
Shot up, no good. Yeah, a lot of missed shots, a lot of stuff going down in that first one. This one again missed. Now Howard going to take it across. Looking to dish. Deng's going to take the three from the corner. He can't hit. Pass back down low. Shot up, no good. Again, a rebound fought for. Again missed. Deng can't get it. About 5 point blank looks. Loudoun couldn't score it. Backward dish, shot up. That one is no good. Lid on the basket right now, Junior.
They playing, though. That's the good part about it. This is right up the alley.
Nice pass down low and a good finish there. Putting it away, Jack Malloy of Briar Woods. Now this shot up and good. Long two going down by Hank Johnson.
Fairfax North seems to be holding the ball a little longer than they need to in their hands. Then we look at Loudoun, they're just moving the ball around a little better. Everybody's getting a little feel for it. You know, just trying to find the right open man with the right situation.
Moved around. 2-point lead for Loudoun. This one off. Johnson going to chase it down. We told you before that he was part of both Westfield state champion football and basketball teams. Nice dish to Schaefer. Wasn't expecting it. Ball still loose. And eventually Copeland ends up with it. Dang. A little cherry picking, but it works for him.
He's just a stat stuffer, Jeremy. He's all over that little stat thing. He gets, you know, a tap in here, a deflection here, you know, offensive rebound here. He just seems to know where the ball is.
And a nice finish there. It's Chase Barron, his first points of the game, playing on his home court. He's able to go ahead and score it. Replay here as you see the teams going there. And again, Kyle Copeland.
All right, nice play, getting the ball inside. Look at that pass. Oh, man. Pass, Kyle.
Yeah, just a
little look away, little Magic Johnson-esque, you know.
Yeah. Chase Barron now, that good finish, and this one looking a lot like his road uniform today as that shot's going to be missed and rebound pulled in by Martin. Shot up by Collins, 3 back iron, no good. Hunter Koffler will dish it off. Barron pull up 2. That one off the iron, no good, and pulled in by Martin. Collins quickly the other way, loses control. Out in front for Barron. It's going to go out of bounds. It's going to stay as it went off the foot of one of the Loudoun players.
I love the effort, even though it's not as proficient a basketball. Man, I used a big word right there for no reason. Let's change that out. Even though it's not the best looking basketball that we're accustomed to seeing, just the effort I like the most. You know, just the fact that everybody's trying hard. Sometimes you can try too hard, but listen, everybody, you hear the shoes squeaking and stuff. That means people are trying to move.
Let's send it over to our Alex Gitano.
Thank you so much. I just talked to the Loudoun County All-Star head coach Al Smith about what his team has done so far. And so far, there is nothing that he has seen that he dislikes about his team. And he loves the fact that they are pushing the pace and really controlling the flow of this game. And he's excited to see the end of it. Back to you guys.
Can we get him over there to ask him about that jacket?
Yeah, I think that might be the next one.
That's got to be the next question, right?
Shot by Robinson down. He now has 4, and now a.
Can we ask about it? And what size does it come in? Because I'm a 53, 54 long.
We get you one in navy blue and orange.
Oh, yeah,
college colors.
No, we definitely got to get it in navy blue and orange.
Jackimowski is going to get fouled there, trying to take it up the court quickly. Hey, a lot of fouls. We're actually going to see, I think, we could see Fairfax get into the bonus here.
In an all-star game?
Yeah.
Baby? Oh, man. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. Really?
Burdick, 3. That one off the iron, no good. Batted around. Collins will come up with it. Jackimowski, nice move to get himself free. Tries to finish and does. Around Unterkoffler.
Can you say Unterkoffler twice?
I can. Unterkoffler.
Man, that's hard to do. I'm goodness gracious.
We should know his name after he won the slam dunk contest.
I know, but I gave him a nickname up there and everything, you know. So you like to shorten those things up when you can't say it all out loud.
Tarpley gets his shot blocked from behind by Lucas Martin. It'll stay with Fairfax. Shot, that's misses everything, and Collins puts it up ahead.
Great pass.
And good catch and finish there. It looked like it was going out of bounds, but Lucas Martin able to gather.
Good pass, good catch, good finish, good basketball.
Yeah, Martin wearing those bright orange shoes of his high school, Briar Woods in Ashburn. Of course, known more for their football program. Won about 4 state championships in a row at one point. Shot up by Burdick, good. He looks for the foul, and you might have to school him how All-Star games work.
You know, they didn't call an offensive foul, so they're not going to call a defensive foul right there.
Tarpley can't finish. Burdick gets it again. Again, looking ahead for Collins. Collins hangs in the lane. Jackimowski there for the rebound off the miss. He's stuck. He'll throw it our way. And actually can't save it, but I'll tell you what, we need to make sure we get Lucas Martin a T-shirt because he saved monitor.
He saved our equipment, though. That's all I'm saying. I was going this way, though, Jeremy. Listen, you got to save yourself now. We're not young anymore. Get out of here.
Oh, me.
BJ got to get us some helmets, man.
Yeah,
Just in
maybe.
case.
We are pretty close.
I
We're only
know.
about 6 inches off the line, and our table not as sturdy as some others.
When they say DMV Stream live, we are
live.
Exactly.
Tarpley pull up in the lane. He hits. So Tavon Tarpley, he now has 7 and the lead down to 8. Burdick again, another 3. This time he hits it. Zach Burdick, his first 3 of the game. And lead back up to double digits for Loudoun.
Another football player, huh?
And that went in. That's going to go ahead. McNaughton went off the hand of a Loudoun player into the basket. Don't see that a lot. You ever see that before, Junior?
No, I haven't seen that before.
That far away, even too.
We'll take it, though.
Yeah. Hunter Koffler hangs, scores.
Mr. Unterkoffler. It's got to be a joke or two about that last name somewhere in there. I just got to find it.
I'll tell you what, Hunter Koffler, smart kid.
Yeah.
4.34 GPA.
Oh, man.
So foul going to be called down low.
There's a GPA higher than 4.0?
Yes.
That's what they're doing now?
Yeah, it's amazing.
Man, is
Kinda
that the
crazy.
Koffler part of his name, the 3-point part of it? Or it's just the Hunter is the 4 and then the Koffler is the other 3?
So here's our try to be a
look at the save. Look at the save, yeah.
Jakimowski with that 3. We see the save there. Now, McNaughton off, no good. Pass ahead. And Robinson just going to go with the layup. Thought he might dunk it.
Yeah, his arms, he look real tight and stiff there. There's a lot of football players out here in this game as opposed to the first game.
Robinson goes for the, it was Collins. Somehow went off the referee, stays in, and Burdick the beneficiary. That's 2 crazy plays we've seen in about 30 seconds, Junior.
Hey, listen, they playing hard, though. That's what happens sometimes when you play hard.
Kick save for the referee.
There's that whistle.
Tarpley going to head to the line, and that's going to put Fairfax North into the bonus, amazingly. Tarpley going to head to the line here.
That's as wild as those 2 shots we talked about earlier that went in. A bonus in the All-Star game.
Yeah, you don't see that a lot. Tavon Tarpley, first team All-District in the Liberty Conference, also 6A Northern Region, second team All-Region as well in defense. Let's go ahead and get over to our Bob Trossett. He's standing by with a special guest.
All right, Jeremy, I'm here with my guy, Garrett Clutch Collins, as he says. And I found him from the stands. What brings you here to the DMVSTREAM.COM Nova Challenge?
Number 1, my son Zachary Collins, All-State guard, is playing, and also a lot of the kids that's on the Nova Challenge I've trained over the years, and so I came out to support them all.
All right, what's special about your son out there on the court?
What's special? Just seeing him and his basketball IQ and how it's grown and how he's doing with strangers and how he's able to still navigate and lead as a new guy with a new group of guys.
You think he's enjoying himself out there?
Oh, no question. No question. He's enjoying all of the attention.
I'm sure he is. Garrett, thanks for joining us, man. Jeremy, back to you.
Thank you, guys. And, of course, Zach enjoying interest from all 3 divisions right now, so he could end up about anywhere. And finally, Tarpley puts down a free throw. I believe he'd missed 3 straight before that. But yeah, as you said, basketball playing family, Junior.
Basketball playing family. Clutch Collins is one of my guys, man. He's been a friend of mine for a long time. And just to see his son and those guys grow up and see his daughter and all those, his kids really are athletic and they play hard. And they've gotten a lot of that basketball IQ and stuff from him. He's a very big basketball IQ guy, and he really understands that part of the game. And he's passed it on to his crew, too. So congratulations. And hopefully he gets a offer or a ride somewhere to one of these schools that's looking at him, and they'll be getting a great kid and a great family.
Yeah, you talked about the family. His younger brother, Zion, playing for Freedom as well. They played together. Had to be a thrill for the Collins family. Of course, sister also playing D2 ball down in Tennessee. That shot way off. It's going to hit off a few people and goes off of Loudoun, so it'll be Fairfax North's ball. So Loudoun kind of sneakily here, Junior, builds a 17-point lead.
It's not sneakily to me and you, but it has been a little quiet. They're right there. They've kind of tapped their way into it. And it hasn't been the most, impressive way of getting up, but, they got in that lead going and they moved the ball around and they put the ball in the right people's hands. And of course, without any free throws on that end, they've played very well on that end. And I'm really pleased with the way they're playing.
Huber gets taken away by Francis, going to try and finish on Dang. Dang, going to let him go, and had to use a little English that one for Blake Francis, and the big man was coming at him.
Mr. Francis with the kiss. That's nice.
So just that quickly, lead cut down by 4, 2 quick buckets. Dang going to take the 3, that one no good. Tracked down, and now Fairfax with a chance to maybe cut this down to 10 with a 3. Lost out of bounds,
Oh, yeah.
That'll go off the leg. As fumbled out of bounds by Miller and over to Loudoun.
That's one thing about Loudoun. They've done a great job of getting back defensively. Even though it's in an all-star situation, they've done a great job of getting back defensively.
Copeland takes the 3. That one no good. Tracked down, though. And a good cut, and it can't finish it. And it'll stay with Loudoun, as trying to save that one. Johnson couldn't do it. But a nice pass there, and Copeland just couldn't finish on that good dish down the lane from Cox. Back up top, Dang pulls up for 2, off the iron, no good. Rebound pulled in, nice steal there by Francis. Dang ends up back with it, and he scores over the big man White.
Look at Dang, that's what we were talking about earlier. Just has a nose for the basketball and just continues to play through it no matter what.
Shot is up, that one's no good. Pulled down. Copeland with it, thought about driving. We'll dish it over to Huber for 3 in the corner, and he hits it. Carl Huber of Woodgrove, 5 points, and the lead is back up to 18.
Man, that was fast, wasn't it?
Francis, 3, good.
Really the only bright spot for me on this Fairfax North team has been Francis, just consistently moving the ball well and taking good shots and getting everybody involved. Man.
Johnson, last second pass, and ends up going off the knee of Copeland and hits Blake Francis in the face. So Francis, a little insult to injury there.
Right, little nose candy.
So now, spin in the move, nice move, can't finish it. Looking for that nice play with Jack Malloy. Ball lost for a second, finds its way to Francis, who takes the 3, can't hit it. But smallest guy on the court, tracking that one down, Ungerleider. He'll take the 3, and he'll round it out, no good. 15 seconds to go, Copeland with it. Cox tries for the pass, nice one there to Dang, who finishes it.
Right place, right time. I love it.
Francis, long 3, good if it goes, bounces around and drops! What a shot by Blake Francis to score it, to cut it to 14 as we head to the half.
A little Steph Curry, yes.
He has been a Showtime player. I remember watching him early in his career at Westfield, and he's always had a little bit of a show in him, and he put one on with that play right there.
Absolutely, the ability to handle the ball and get a shot up there, paying attention to the shot clock, time to score. They need him to step up here in the second half if they want to make this a game.
Most definitely, as Blake Francis kind of leading the way right now, as he has 16 points in the first half. And we'll check the replay out here, Junior.
Yeah, give him a little bit of everything, a little step back to the money. Shooter's roll here, boom, 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 touches a little bit of everything. Yeah, everything. Oh, yeah, nice and soft.
Tell you what a play there by Blake Francis. He's got 16. He's our leading scorer so far. Colin Jackimowski, he's got 15 so far for Loudoun in this one. So again, it was funny talking when as of this weekend, we thought that Tyler Scanlon would be playing in this one for Fairfax North. Of course, his teammate Blake Francis also playing. I had a chance to talk to their coach Doug Ewell, and said about, I don't know how much Tyler will be able to get in this game. It's a big man, all-star game, never a big man game. But Blake Francis would have a pretty good game handling the ball, and boy, has he so far.
Absolutely. I mean, that's what you want. He started off the game with the first couple of shots being aggressive, and then he just, got everybody else into it, and then they realized they were down. He started to step up offensively, which is something he's capable of doing.
Yeah, most definitely is. Francis, a guy that can score at part of that state championship team at Westfield. Only 5'11". His coach expects him maybe to be a late spring signee, possibly even D1. He'll be a guy that can really help out a team. Scored almost 20 points per game this season. Really a good player. He's able to get second-team VHSL honors, second-team All-Met as well. That's a pretty good resume for a player. Let's go ahead and send it to our Alex Hutano, standing by with a special guest.
Thank you so much. I'm here with Coach Al Smith. And Al, with an all-star game, it seems that you brought out the all-star look. Was that the idea behind this?
Oh, you know, we have fun when we play at Tuscarora, and I just thought I'd just bring that here. It's a fun game, so I just like to have fun the way I dress sometimes.
Now, through the first half, is there any player that has stood out to you so far on your team?
I think Colin Jakomowski is running the floor hard, he's playing defense, and he's shooting the ball, doing a lot of good things out there. Rebounding the basketball, he's just doing a little bit of everything.
And are there any keys to the second half?
Well, we just want to try to control the boards. Tyler White from Marshall, he's a big, strong kid inside. So if we control the boards a little bit more in the second half, keep pushing the pace, I think we'll be all right.
Thank you so much, Coach. Now back to you guys.
Thank you much, Alex, and thank you much, Coach Smith, as the, again, a pretty fantastic start for Loudoun, as they have, again, have played pretty well. I think just played a little bit harder as well.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, Coach comes over here with the dynamite outfit on, and, you know, his team is playing dynamite. I mean, what else you want to? We should ask him about those wingtips, though, Jeremy. You know how hard it is to cut the front of your shoe off? That's more of a Stacey Adams, Marvin's Day look from Purple Rain. You remember that movie?
I never saw Purple Rain. Remember, I'm younger than you are.
Yes, but it's one of the best movies of all time.
I know.
The last time Prince was actually somebody you could talk to on a consistent basis, and riding around and throwing pretty women in Lake Minnetonka and all that good stuff. Man, that was one of the best movies of all time.
Lake Minnetonka.
Yes.
You talk about those shoes. We need to get a close-up on those shoes right now,
awesome.
Al Smith.
Oh,
I mean, because I saw that they were wingtips. I didn't see they were colored wingtips.
They
are
Stacey Adams
blue-colored
wingtip. Yeah,
we can see a little bit in the corner of our screen right there, Al Smith with the wingtips. We're not seeing exactly how wonderful those shoes are. I know you'd have a pair of. You could probably wear them at this point. There we are.
Yeah, I'm going to need to block off the front of it, though. That cut off to that side of my feet, man. I'm talking about a major surgery after wearing those for a couple of hours. Looks comfortable in that look, though.
You're more of a basketball shoe man nowadays. All those years of pounding the pavement.
Yeah, I got my Kobe's on right now. You know, in honor of him leaving, you know, and retiring at the end of the season. I got my Kobe's on. I'm ready to go.
Let's go ahead and take it.
Got to move a little bit.
Let's go ahead and take a look at some first half highlights in this one. A lot of really good plays and some interesting play in the first half. Here was that nice pass, the dish down low, and the finish on the baseline by McNaughton.
Absolutely. I mean, it just shows you what kind of point guard you got. He's trying to find people to get people to finish in there. A bunch of great assists. That's what you really want to see in these kind of games. People passing the ball to each other and making plays to each other.
See Dang with the nice flush there. Getting the high riser. And Schaefer, nice move down the paint, something you'd be proud of.
Absolutely. A little spin with a kiss off the glass.
Blake Francis, again, our leading scorer in the first half so far with a short 2 there. And then we'd see this one, amazing play, goes in off of a hand somehow, then Blake Francis with the showtime at the end of the half.
Yes, Mr. Francis.
Able to put that one down emphatically. And again, 64-50, Loudoun on top of Fairfax North in this one. Really a pretty fantastic first half for Loudoun. Again, we talked about it, you know, it's almost like a bowl game in this junior. Who wants this one more may be the one that decides it. And I think so far, Loudoun's been the team that's kind of wanted this game a little bit more.
Now, last game, the first All-Star game, what happened was that Fairfax South had a lead going in halftime, and then they didn't come out with the right intensity and the momentum. And, of course, Prince Williams came up and ended up beating them in this game. So you want to be a Fairfax South, you want to come out here and you want to win this game in Loudoun, you got to continue. You're up 14 points. You want to keep that intensity going.
So we're underway here in the second half. 14-point lead for Loudoun. We'll see how it goes here in the second. If they can hold on again, you always see that ebb and flow in all-star games. That's something you're always going to see. And again, we're seeing another foul. Again, lots of fouls called so far in this game.
Sometimes I just have to look at you, Jeremy.
Yeah.
Sometimes I have to look at you.
I hear you.
What is that all about?
Naughton gets it in. Baseline drive. Schaefer spins, finds a way to get open and score it.
That's a nice move by the big fella.
Right now Collins loses control. Francis ends up with it. Looking to cut down this lead a little bit more. Francis, long-range 3 off the iron, no good, batted around. And this will go out of bounds. We'll get it over to our Bob Trosset standing by with a special guest.
All right, Jeremy, during half, we had a half-court contest going on, and I'm here with perhaps a young Steph Curry, Mr. Charles Moore, who drained it from half court. Charles, how'd you do that?
I don't even know. I just shot it.
How'd it feel coming off?
Good.
And show us that jersey that you got as an award. about it, huh? You gonna put that on later?
Yes, sir.
Awesome, Charles. Thanks, buddy. Jeremy, back to you.
Thank you, guys. Nice little jersey there. That one going to be finished. Again, Colin Jackimowski, kind of an underrated guy, though it's funny, talking to Coach Smith, thought that Jackimowski might be a guy that would kind of show out in this one, and he has so far. He's leading the way for Loudoun. Shot up, no good. Rebound pulled in. Caldwell will take it down the court. Caldwell tries to finish. A lot of contact not called. Jackimowski, another chance. He gets his shot blocked by Schaefer. Now numbers dished off. Shot, a lot of contact there for Barron, but he's not able to score.
This is what an all-star game is supposed to look like. A lot of contact.
Howard front rims that one. Yeah, Jackimowski having a real good game in this one. Schaefer up and under, scores it. That time Robinson trying to stay in. He's getting close to foul trouble.
In an all-star game.
And, of course, we talk about Robinson being a football player. That's where he's going to go play. He's also the goalie on the Broad Run soccer team.
Yes. Triple threat athlete. Comes from a great family. Just a fantastic kid. He was on my team when he was 12 years old. Plays with such effort and emotion. And to see him all grown up with those big old shoulders he got on him now, goodness gracious.
Big hair, too.
Absolutely. Well, he's always been a Hollywood type. So he's going to give you a little bit of flair, but he's going to give you effort every time.
And I'll tell you the other thing with him is his coach, John Costello, longtime coach at Broad Run in Loudoun County, said this kid is the best he's ever seen at taking charges.
Yes,
ever.
He puts his body in the right place. That's sacrificing for your team. He has great footwork. He slides his feet defensively, and he always gets in the right position.
Jackimowski thought it might have had a jump ball there. Instead, they let him score it and gets the two. Robinson with the rebound. Out ahead. Give it back to Robinson. He'll take himself a three off the backboard, no good. Now
we're going to talk about Collins we're going to talk about Collins and his shot attempts after this game over Germany.
Shot up
that thing going a little bit.
So Jackimowski, give me Unterkoffler with that score.
It's the Unterkoffler. Give you a little bit of everything.
Now this lead back down to single digits for Loudoun. Caldwell tries to finish, can't. That one blocked by Schaefer.
Defensive player of the year, being defensive.
Unterkoffler to the lane, score it, and they'll call the foul, so the chance for the and one for William Unterkoffler.
See, that's the athleticism that we were talking about earlier. He won the slam dunk contest. Once he gets going north and south, with those long arms, too, he has a very awkward long arm thing going on for him that's very effective going to the basket, and he understands how to use them. So
Unterkoffler makes the free throw. He now has 12, and the deficit for Fairfax North down to just 6 points. Somehow Schaefer almost saved that one after the block on Collins.
That's good defense, though. It's a good move from him going to the basket. But, better defense.
Robinson thought about the shot against the bigger Unterkoffler, thought better of it. Now we'll try and finish. Can't. Tip back. That one will go down.
Big boy basketball up under that paint.
Talked about Schaefer, Liberty Conference Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, 6A Northern Region Player, First Team, and the Defensive Player of the Year as well. Committed to Swarthmore as well in D3.
Oh, he got a lot of plaques at his house with the way you calling off that stuff. Yeah. That's a lot of stuff going on for him. You never know what a kid's potential is until he gives you 100%. And he gives out 100% every time he plays. And that's an opportunity for him. And hopefully we'll see him in his college, and he has a successful college career.
6A All-State team as well for Schaefer. Pretty good Langley team that got upset in the playoffs. Rebound there by Martin. Almost stolen away. Good hustle to get back by Walker. Corner three for Burdick. That one no good. Rebound batted away by Walker. He'll come up with it. He's stuck, trying to find someone to give it to. And a layup there, easy one for Copeland as Walker got stuck. Didn't see coming to help him out. Greisky. Back out front. Copeland's there with the steal. Maybe some numbers. Copeland dishes it. Cox can't finish. Got too close under the bucket.
Good thought. You got to be able to finish plays, though.
Hank Johnson there with a finish, and now we see an injury. That's what you don't want to see in one of these games, is Lucas Martin immediately grabbing at his right ankle.
Golly. Hopefully it's not too serious.
Actually, excuse me, that's not Lucas Martin. That is number 23, Jack Malloy. So one of the other Briarwoods products. There's Malloy.
Oh, he's walking it off. That's perfect. Okay. Because you don't want to be in a situation like this, an all-star game. Everybody's playing well, playing hard, and anybody get injured. So.
Not at all. Of course, Malloy had some very good games this year. Had 3 games of 20-plus rebounds. Did against some decent competition, too, in Herndon, Stonebridge as well.
Did you see how the big fella was showing on those screens? Goodness gracious.
Pass down low, and a good finish there by the aforementioned Lucas Martin.
Man, Tyler White is in there moving around real well. I like the big fella. I'm partial to big fellas, Jeremy, as you know.
Back to the top, ball movement. Put this one up, the scoop reverse, no good. And they're gonna call a foul as Martin was getting pushed out of bounds and had to save it.
Body type got pushed out of bounds. And, you know, when 2 big guys are moving around a little bit, you know, it shouldn't always go to the smaller guy.
So Dang now with it on the wing. Of course, Dang, the 4A player of the year. That one a bad pass, but Cox bails him out. Trying to get it back to Dang. That one knocked out of bounds. Off the hands of Johnson, so it'll stay with Loudoun. Get Loudoun in the red, Fairfax in the baby blue. Burdick, another crazy carom as it almost was going to go off the face of White. It did go off the face of White, but then back into the hands of Burdick, who couldn't save it.
A lot of hand slapping and stuff in this game, a lot of reaching. But, you know, like I said, the refs are letting them play somewhat in the second half, a lot more than they let them play in the first half.
Double-digit lead here, 10 points for Loudoun. Down the lane, Grisky can't finish it, and Martin with the rebound. Backcourt token pressure there. Copeland, scoop, no good. Dang with the rebound. He'll put it up and he'll score it. Going Dang now with 14 points in this matchup.
He's on his way to a nice double-double because he gets a lot of offensive rebounds, a lot of tap-ins and all that stuff. I mean, VMI's getting them something right up their alley, the way they play and push the ball up and down the court. And, of course, you know, football skill-wise, being a tall wide receiver, that always helps. Always helps.
Kick it back out. Losing that one, Grisky. Burdick looking to dish that one off to Dang. Instead, he'll just take it to the rim and get fouled. But he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Another football player, right?
Yeah. He was the quarterback to Dang at Chance.
Golly. I mean,
so these guys are used to connecting.
Yes, the contact. Man, this is an athletic bunch of players here that we've been blessed to be able to commentate towards in this game and in the first game. A bunch of multi-sport guys, man. That's always good to see.
Burdick, I believe, his freshman year, may have been the year before he got into the school as he shoots his second, as he misses them both. But Burdick, a real tough start. Obviously, if you have a new school, it's going to be tough. 0-10 in football. They were 10-0 this year. So, again, it had to be gratifying for him to be there for everything and kind of be a part of it all from going from bad to good.
Oh, absolutely. It's no other feeling like that. No other feeling.
Foul going to be called there on Martin as Tyler White again kind of muscling his way in. Let's go ahead and shoot it over to our Alex Hatano.
Thank you so much. Now, when I talked to Coach Al Smith at half, he said Zach Collins was the player he was most impressive, but so far in the second half, it seems to be the other Zach Burdick, who has been really making an impact, going very well in the paint. He's getting rebounds, blocking shots, and really driving the basket to draw the fouls, and he's been looking good, and he's definitely a player you're going to want to look at for the rest of the game. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Alex. Dang, going to take a 3. That one no good, and White with the rebound. Chance to cut it back to single digits for Fairfax North, but a steal and a takeaway by Copeland.
He's just trying to do a little bit too much.
Oh! Almost threw it down, couldn't do it. And going to have a foul called on Loudoun.
Man, he just has that type of athleticism, man. You can just get that. Mr. Copeland with a spectacular miss.
I'll tell you what, had him on their feet. He would have thrown that one down. Copeland's still mad at himself for not getting that one.
It would have been the highlight of the game.
Tarpley, top of the key on Copeland. Tries to get by him. Copeland picks his pocket. Now may get the chance for the dunk, and this time he'll put it down.
He's giving you a little bit of everything right now. Defense, turning it into offense. 2 plays in a row.
Shot up, no good, but there for the putback and the score. Soft touch from Tyler White.
The big fella just cleaning up the mess.
Back down to a 10-point game. Copeland 3, no good. White with the rebound. To the bucket and score. Not a lot of defense there, and Tyger Walker taking advantage of it. His first bucket of the game.
I tell you what, Mr. Rowe might want to take a little look at Tyler White on that basketball team. He's cleaned up every rebound up under there. He doesn't seem like he has a problem with the toughness part of this thing.
Not at all. Pull up. That one partially blocked. Pass ahead. They might be setting Deng up here. Loses control, and he'll just have to go for the easy layup. I think he was trying for some showtime and just couldn't handle it.
Hey, we'll take it. Layups.
Up and under, no good, but a foul's going to send Tyger Walker to the line. And Junior, again, here's the athleticism from Copeland, the steal, then the score.
A little candy. Took a little candy from him. Going up with his flush. Oh, yeah, nice and easy. Mr. Copeland, nice and easy.
Walker hits his first free throw. Didn't score in the first half, and now we see some subs coming in right here, about 90 seconds to go. A lot of the kind of the starters for Fairfax coming back in, Francis and Schaefer among them.
Well, it's time. It's time because they're getting, pulling away from him a little bit, so you want to make sure you stay close. It's time to sub in for this last minute. Maybe they can get a little push right here starting the fourth quarter.
So Walker will hit that free throw. McNaughton will come in for him. So Walker now with 4. And that starting lineup, except for Tavon Tarpley, he is out. Manny Miller in for him, but all the other starters, I believe, in there. Out of bounds. Excuse me, Chase Barron not in there as well, as Daniel Ungerleider is in. Deng gonna take another 3. That one off the back iron. Really, that has not been his shot today. Pass down low and a score.
I see, Jeremy, when a guy makes those kind of passes, a big man is able to get the ball to the top of the key. A lot of offenses are run through bigs in transition where they're the first hand that touches the ball in the transition. They're able to swing the ball from one side to the other. When you have that type of vision, it's going to really help them at the next level in college. So this, I'm telling you, they got a steal down there at that school. This kid seems to have all of the, he stays on the ground, he doesn't create a lot of fouls, he uses his body the right way, he rebounds, he's tough as nails, and he's more athletic than he looks.
Another block, 2 blocks in a row by Schaefer.
And then he makes me look good right there talking about it.
Kyle Copeland tried to take the charge there, nothing doing on Manny Miller. Gets his first bucket of the game. It's down to a 4-point contest.
That's what defense does, Jeremy. They kept playing defense. Fairfax North just keeps playing defense, making these guys work for every shot attempt this time instead of in the first half where they were getting layups and easy plays. And then plus the attrition of it all. They big fellas up under the hole, rejecting everything. I don't think they're moving the ball around as well as they need to.
Shot off the iron, no good.
Cleaning up the iron.
3 seconds, can they get a shot off? Taken away. So no shot for either team on that one. And we will go to the fourth quarter by a 4-point game. Loudoun leading this Fairfax North team by a count of 80-76 in this matchup. And again, Schaefer showing off that defensive prowess, Junior.
Absolutely. He stopped the ball, then he turned. That's just athleticism and desire. That comes from will and desire, Jeremy. He's doing a little bit of everything on that play. He stopped the ball with his athleticism and standing there, and then he was able to make a play right on the first pass. And that's one of the drills that our guy, Coach Jones, does all the time, is that you stop the ball and you're able to, whichever way the ball goes, is able to contest each shot. Now he's not just contesting them, which is good, but at the next level, he'll just be able to stand there and be able to go up and down without fouling. Like, he's doing all this stuff out here without fouling. He's credit to his coaching staff for him being this solid on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, Nate Schaefer, fantastic player. Only listed at 6'5".
Seems taller, though.
A little bit, yeah. And obviously knows what he's doing, so. So Loudoun still with a 4-point lead, but it was much bigger. Had it up around 20 at one point in this game, and Fairfax North just chipped away. Burdick will take the three. That one off the iron, no good. Francis gets it. Francis did not score in the second half yet at all in the third quarter. That one run down. Ungerleider thinking three, thinking pass, doesn't do any of it. Down low, Schaefer, nice move, scores. It's now a 2-point game.
I mean, Schaefer's all over the board up under there. Really nice spin move in the lane, doing a great job.
That one stolen away, and Fairfax North can take the lead. They'll go for the tie as Francis on Huber can't score it, but he'll head to the line to shoot two. Chance to tie it up for the Westfield product.
We've had 2 games where there's a big lead one way, and then the other team comes out at halftime and they start to play a little more team basketball, and now we have a chance for them to tie the game up early in the fourth quarter. Aren't we lucky?
Shot been good by Francis, his first points of the second half. That first game you talked about, Junior Prince William beat Fairfax County South 110 to 107. Francis is second down, and we are all tied up here at Marshall, 80-80.
Back to another game that you and I love. It's always close when you and I are in the building. Look. Oh, that's all. That's a nice play.
Nice finish by Tommy Caldwell, his first bucket of the game out of the Young Rockridge program down in the Ashburn-Sterling area. Shot outside, that one up and good. A three for Daniel Ungerleider to put Fairfax North on top. Pull-up jumper, this one no good. Rebound though by Cox. He'll step through, gets it to go. That one might have been partially blocked by Schaefer.
He might have knocked that one in. That's the first one he's knocked in for them.
Cox will take it. Ungerleider thought three, now give it off to Schaefer, back up top. Francis feeding the big man down low. Miller shot an easy one. Nice hang and a nice finish.
See, ball movement. Fairfax North has that good ball movement going right now, and it seems like they're just on the right page.
And now Fairfax turning up the defensive pressure. That's going to give Blake Francis the easy layup at the other end.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
We're seeing it right now.
Don't hold on to those timeouts there, Jeremy. Don't hold on to them now.
And right now, the lineup out there for Loudoun as this shot is up. This one's off the iron, no good. A lot of the players that play at the lower level 4A, a lot of the other guys 5A players as Francis hits. That one knocked around. Gets it over to Schaefer. That one won't go in, but again, Miller there, and he will score again on another putback. But back to my point, you got a lot of really the 6A type guys out there for Fairfax, the lower level guys, and they're kind of turning up the pressure. Might be a bad situation for Loudoun. Robinson misses. Francis skies for the rebound. Ungerleider, three, no good. Cox rebounds. Maybe a little bit of tired, too, for this Loudoun team. Kind of walking up, and Schaefer says, get that one out.
There's no way he's 6'5", though. I mean, you don't block shots at 6'5" like this, Jeremy. He's just up under there having himself a good old time.
So now a 5-point lead for Fairfax North, and Al Smith going to get a few guys into the game over in the corner for Howard. Dish it back up top to Robinson, thought about it. They'll give it back to Howard in the corner. Really defensive pressure turned up by Fairfax. Back to the top. Burdick, nice dish down low. Robinson scores.
Mr. Robinson finally went down in the lane instead of shooting all those threes.
Back to a 3-point game. Hunterkoff shot up, no good. Tap back, good by Tyler White. Pass down low, pull up jumper. That one will fall for Lucas Martin, his 12th point of the game.
Yeah, I mean, just a bunch of bigs that can multi-talented big men. There's a bunch of them in this game. I really like what I see from them.
Out of bounds turnover, so Loudoun with a chance here to go ahead and take the lead with a three.
It seems to be their first mistake of this whole fourth quarter, right?
Yeah, most likely. Junior, another block by your guy Schaefer.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's just everywhere. He's all over the place. He's giving you exactly what you need as far as a big man inside presence. And I tell you what, Loudoun is good. He's off the floor.
Shot up. This one is off the iron, no good. Let's quickly throw it over to our Bob Trossett. Good. So,
Well, Jeremy, this Westfield team, 2 multi-sport athletes are representing this Fairfax North team, and boy, have they climbed right back into this game and taken the lead. That's Tyler Scanlon and Hank Johnson, 2 multi-sport athletes who've won 2 state championships within the calendar year for football and basketball. Quite the display of talent on this Fairfax North team. Look for them to close it out here in the 4th quarter at the DMVSTREAM.com Nova Challenge. Back to you, Jeremy.
hey, Bob. Again, now back to a lead for Loudoun. You see Al Smith there, kind of happy. His guys getting back out. Now he's got some of his top guys back out there, so maybe plan on running with them the rest of the way. And White looking to hit Underkoffler, couldn't hook up with him. Little miscommunication. Loudoun with a chance to add to the lead. Let's shoot it over to Alex.
Thank you so much, guys. Now, the Fairfax County North All-Stars have really made this an interesting game. It is now a one-possession game, and it's because they're doing 2 things right. One, they're being very aggressive. They're forcing the turnovers, and they're winning the battle to the rebounds. The second thing is they're taking the quality shots. They're taking their time and moving the ball around and making sure they have the perfect shot. They're not just throwing it up. They're really being patient, and that is why they've climbed back into this game. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Alex.
Pretty good analysis of what just happened.
Not too bad. Not too
Not too bad.
Thrown ahead. Chance here. Jakimowski scores. Hasn't been good in the second half as he was in the first, but again, another bucket for Colin Jakimowski to lead back to 4. Blake Francis, pull up, 3, good.
There's nothing you can really do about that one, Jeremy. That's a lot. That's a lot to handle right there. That's a lot of speed to a quick stop and pretty good defense on it. I don't know what to say about that one.
Francis going to pick up the foul, a little body contact on Zachary Collins. So a 1-point game here at Marshall as White will check out. He'll get Schaefer back in. Again, as you said, Schaefer really cutting down Loudoun, scoring down low. Jakimowski thought 3, now he'll pull it down. Baseline jumper, around and out, no good. Rebound fought for, Schaefer gets it out ahead to Tarpley. He'll go in and can't dunk it. But a good follow, ball batted around, back to the top. McNaughton, 3.
Well, you get 2 for 3, kept playing, hustling.
Credit Chase Barron for coming down and hustling and getting that ball, keeping that possession alive. Shot up, that one's good. Getting over the bigger Schaefer, Lucas Martin.
See, that's point guard play. Getting to the middle of the lane. Mr. Collins showing you he can do multiple things. Getting the ball to his big guy who's finishing pretty well up under the basket.
Schaefer, good pass. McNaughton for 3. Barron for 3. Dang gets the rebound. Dang gonna try and take it coast to coast. He misses. Schaefer again there. And Tarpley, the lead pass. He'll track it down. Tarpley tries the reverse to finish. Schaefer there. And Schaefer, going to be a foul called there as he walked, but they had to go ahead and call the foul. And that's going to be the 7th team foul on Loudoun. So that should send Schaefer to the line.
Let's hope not. Let's hope we're just wrong.
That's 17 fouls, and they didn't give it to him. I think the referees messed that one up.
Well, they'll just keep calling foul until they get us at the free throw line. What do you think?
Yeah, it's clearly was 7 off of that one, and no one at the table is saying anything.
Oh, man. Maybe they don't want to shoot double bonus free throw.
Yeah, this is the second time this is. Maybe they're confused, or maybe they have fouls wrong one way, because Loudoun's the visitor in this game, and they've got an 8. I'm seeing the same 8 you are, right, Junior?
Hey.
Maybe that's one of the game rules. No free throws being called here, but. So all tied up at 97. Foul going to be called here on Barron.
Somebody's going to be shooting free throws here soon.
I tell you, we might have to get one of our young sideline reporters to head over and ask the referees why didn't shoot those free throws there in the bonus.
Well, I can answer that question for you. You want me to answer that question for you? We're in an all-star game. Nobody wants to see people shoot free throws the whole game. That's probably what it is.
Well, I'll tell you, now they have a B up on the board for bonus.
Yeah, well.
So at some point,
Well, that B can stand for a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, I guess. Howard tracks it down. Again, all tied up here. And the thing is, neither coaching staff said anything about it, so maybe it is a local rule we're going with here.
There's our fin. There. Okay, good job.
Martin.
Good pump fake, get the shot block off his feet, get him on his heels a little bit.
Martin, real good player. Second team All-State in 5A. That shot up and good. As McNaughton with the shot. The three-pointer will put Fairfax up by 1 with 2.5 minutes to go in this contest. So 1 point right now separating these two teams as Fairfax North has the lead in this one. And again, Loudoun looking to go ahead and get the lead back as the timeout called here.
That's a good timeout. That's a good timeout, Jeremy. Because now you got the flow of the game. You're trying to explain it that here's a chance for us to win the game. It's only 2:29 left in the game. Let's take good shots the whole time. We've been doing a great job of that here lately. We're back in the game. It's an opportunity for us to win. Good call by the coach. Just let everybody know, listen, we're playing good defense. We don't need anything crazy going on here in these last 2 minutes. Let's just play good basketball.
So Copeland will bring it in.
I mean, that's what I would have said in the timeout.
Yeah, most definitely. Copeland joined out there on the Loudoun side of things. Martin, he'll get the ball down low, put it in, can't score it. Ball still loose. And Blake Francis, what a rebound to pull that one down up ahead to Tarpley. Tarpley, score it. Devon Tarpley makes it a 3-point game.
That's a great pass from Blake Francis. Another great pass from him.
Jakimowski, step back three, top of the key, no good. Rebound fought for. Robinson pulls it in, gives it back to Jakimowski for another three. Iron no good. Schaefer gets this one. Back up ahead to Tarpley. Tarpley will finish. Devon Tarpley makes it a 5-point game with under 2 minutes to go.
Great rebound. Great effort.
I'll call Tarpley for that foul. A lot of upper body contact initiated by Robinson.
2 shots, finally, right, for somebody.
Yeah.
And we might get to that 107 thing, huh?
We could. Yeah. Again, Robinson about to shoot his free throws.
It's hard to shoot free throws with that Rick Ross in the background. Kind of throws everything off a little bit there, Jeremy, for me.
That makes his first.
Hey.
We're going to see this great play by Francis to pass ahead, and Tarpley with a good finish.
This is a fantastic finish. Ball barely touched the ground. Keeps the game going in that flow that you want in the All-Star game situation.
Robinson misses the second, makes it a 4-point game. Barron off to Francis. He dribbles it out of, or loses it off his hands out of bounds. I don't think he ever thought he was getting that pass.
Credit for the hustle from Loudoun to get back into it. Game's still out there to win now.
Most definitely. And I didn't think early with the pace we had, I didn't think we were going to catch what we saw in the first game. We might actually catch that now. Because neither of these teams looking to hold clock or run clock as they hold it. Robinson tried to pass it off. Barron tries to save it. He will to Schaefer. Didn't have to, I don't think, but he does.
Oh.
Almost taken away. Now Barron. Closely guarded. Now they're just going to play keep away, I believe. Because there's no shot clock in this game. Remember, now a foul will be called. So that's going to be the 19th foul.
Does that matter?
I think Loudoun thought it did. I think they were trying to send him to the line.
Oh, well.
Into Francis in the backcourt. Howard guarding him closely.
It's a bad match. This is a bad matchup for him. Okay, here we go.
At this point, it looks like if you're Fairfax North, and now Barron lost his footing. Lucky he didn't turn an ankle. And a steal there. Pass ahead. Howard on Francis. Almost loses control. He has to pull it back. Copeland, nice dish down low. Robinson gets it blocked, but get a piece of the arm as Barron will send him to the charity stripe.
I mean, they playing very hard to the very end, Jeremy. I love it when these both teams are playing like this. It just goes to show that they just want to win. Like, you got a bunch of guys from 4A, 3A, 5A, whatever the numbers are, player of the year is here, two-sport players. All of them just want to win. That's the key to these games. Everybody wants to win.
Big miss there by Robinson.
Come on, Mr. Robinson. Make it a game.
Had a chance to cut it down to a 2-point game to make it a 1-possession game with a make here, and he does. Get into Francis. Now they'll go with the full court pressure. They got to go ahead and try and get a steal. Tarpley almost lost it, gets it back. Little trap in the corner. Just keep moving it. They're just trying to run clock out here. They'll take a foul. And now, okay, so this must be the modified rules, Junior, that they were going
We'll just
1
get
and
10
1
free
once
throws.
you get to the 10th foul, not the 7th foul.
Absolutely.
So McNaughton with a chance to pretty much put this one away with the 1 and 1. Averaged 17 points per game, first team all conference, second team all region this year.
Huh.
McNaughton,
I didn't touch anything.
good as gold.
Yes.
So 11.8 to go.
I think you take it to the basket and try to extend the game, Jeremy. You try to get a 2 and then foul, and maybe somebody's not really focused here like they need to be, and you might be able to get something. So that's another good timeout by the coach of Fairfax North.
Big time shooters roll there for Alex McNaughton. He's headed to Salisbury in the fall, so it'll be a big help for them. And coaching staff, Dan Hale and Mike Barbee, your coaches for this Fairfax North team. And the interesting thing with Dan Hale, actually played college basketball with played high school basketball, I should say, with Barack Obama
Oh.
at Punahou in Hawaii.
I mean, that's saying a lot about his ability to get from one side of the coast to the other side. That's what that's saying to you right there.
Actually was coaching out there, and I believe if I read correctly that he had some family out here, and they just decided to make the move back. But yeah, he's the coach here at Marshall High School.
I wonder if he's in part of those pickup games that they've been playing up there.
You know what? It's funny actually when they said when he got the job, President Obama did text him congratulations. Supposedly they text back and forth a little bit of a little basketball talk. So
hey, can't hurt. His bracket was really messed up this year. The president's bracket was real messed up. Had Michigan State going all the way.
a lot of messed up brackets this year.
Mine wasn't as messed up as it should have been, but I mean, that's just because I'm a guru, Jeremy. But we'll move on past that. Not go too far on
Huber,
there.
long pull-up
man.
three off the island. That's going to hit the stanchion. That's the last chance likely, barring a steal for Loudoun.
I know that wasn't in the huddle right there. That wasn't in the huddle. Was that in the huddle? You think that came up in the huddle, Jeremy? Just come down and fire one from way out?
You know, I think that they gave it to him and he was open and just went down and shot it.
Hey.
Chris Huber from a Woodgrove team. Was a team captain for Woodgrove. Actually set a school record with 7 3-pointers in a game.
Okay,
so.
well then, he's saying he can make it then.
Yeah.
That's what that is. That's all about. All right.
And I think we definitely, you talked about the timeouts being called by the Fairfax North staff. I think they definitely told their guys, hey, make sure we're manning up on certain guys here. As you saw, Copeland wasn't getting that ball. You saw a couple other guys that weren't going to get that one. So it's about just a little under 6 seconds to go, 5.8 to be exact.
It's pretty much over, Jeremy. It's been another pleasure here with you. And hopefully just get the ball in. And I mean, it's a non-foul situation here, I think. You know, you're down 4, 5. Maybe get a steal here. You know, get us a steal. Let's keep this game going, excited. I love to see overtime. You know, you and I do overtime very well.
Schaefer gets it in, and foul will be called.
That whistle just is broken, isn't it? Just broke on. It's broke on. You ever heard of that? Somebody just broke on. Like, can you break off? You know, you ever seen anybody got to leave? Like, what are we doing right now?
I'll tell you, Fairfax North breaking it off in the second half. Pretty good performance. Come back from about a 20-point deficit. Looks like they're going to win this game as Chase Barron helping put this one away.
Yeah, Chase. Seal this game, sir.
Big free throws last time. McNaughton and Barron, he will make his own big free throws to make it a 7-point game. Copeland will get it in. He'll take one last long three and misses it, and that will do it as Fairfax North comes from behind and beats Loudoun by a score of 108 to 101 in our DMVSTREAM.com Nova Challenge.
Absolutely. Fantastic game for us. I'm just honored to be here with you, Jeremy. I really do mean that. I have so much fun when we're together. Makes this job actually not seem like a job. Of course it does. And man, this is always fun to get out here and get the chance to see the kids, smell that basketball, and see guys run up and down the court.
Let's go take a look at our highlights from this matchup here. This 108 to 101 win by the Fairfax North team. Blake Francis putting on a show a little bit.
I'll tell you what, if Blake Francis doesn't get the MVP, our big fella definitely gets it. with his ability and what he did. Schaefer in the lane today, he was just fantastic all over the court, rebounding and scoring under the basket. And, of course, all the denials that he showed you out there tonight just goes to show what kind of player he's always been, and at the end of the day, he has a chance to be.
How about Schaefer? Nice moves in the post there. Again, we'd see Loudoun build the lead. That was that crazy shot that went up and in. Blake Francis a step back 2 here, and then Francis a little bit later on would have that fantastic 3 junior right here, showtime.
Absolutely. I mean, those are the kind of things that get you MVPs. I mean, that's just awesome, right? He just played through it out, did a great job the whole game, got his team in great situations, put the ball in the hands of people that can really score the ball. That goes to show you the kind of point guard he's going to be as he continues to get better. And then, of course, a couple of three-pointers. He got him back in this game. Just a fantastic game by Blake. But, you know, not the only guy who played well for that team, so he might not be the one.
Yeah, we're seeing, again, some more of these. Colin Jakomowski just named the team MVP for Loudoun. And here's your guy, Schaefer. So many block shots today.
I mean, it's hard to take it away from him. He earned it. It's hard to take it away from Schaefer. He's been fantastic. Fantastic today.
A nice outlet pass there in Tarpley.
Oh, yeah.
It is Blake Francis is your MVP in this one. Francis will finish up this game, junior, with a total of 23 points. So a big game, and had 5 assists as well.
He should have had more assists. He was all over the place today. Every time we do a game with him, he just shows you what kind of player he is, maturity level. Just a fantastic little point guard. And, man, I'm wishing him the best. Great kid.
Colin Jakomowski had 20 points to lead Loudoun in this one. Coin Dang, he had 16 in the matchup. And again, some very good performances in this contest. But again, none better than Blake Francis and his his big-time game today with the 23 points and 5 assists.
If you can get that kind of ability from your point guard, and very few turnovers, I might add, this is a very well-played all-star game. You know, you had a little rough spell there right early in the beginning. But then once they got going, I mean, just a fantastic group of guys that played well together. The ball didn't go all out of bounds. There wasn't a lot of charges, all that crazy stuff. The basketball game was played very well.
Let's shoot it over to Bob, standing by with a special guest.
All right, Jeremy, here alongside the MVP of the game today, Mr. Blake Francis. How'd it feel out there today? 23 points, stroking it from long distance. How'd it go?
Yeah, it went good. You know, just finding my spots on the floor and, you know, just the easy shots I get on the floor and taking advantage of them.
What does playing in this Nova Challenge mean to you?
It means a lot, you know, playing with some of the top talent in Northern Virginia and in Loudoun County. You know, it's just good competition.
And as you go forth and play at the next level, you know, what are your expectations and hopes for the coming years?
Just to be a great leader and on and off the floor and just be a great point guard.
Blake, thanks for joining us, man. Congratulations.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Jeremy, back to you.
Thank you, Bob, and thank you, Blake. Blake Francis again, capping off one heck of a high school career, a state championship during the season, and then the MVP of the winning side on this Nova Challenge matchup between Fairfax North and Loudoun County. Junior, any quick final thoughts?
Man, just happy to be here. Congratulations to all the kids that showed up and played well tonight. Blake Francis for being the MVP of this thing. Just another great game by him. Man, I'm just happy, Jeremy. It was a fantastic game, fantastic day for high school basketball in the area.
Awesome, Junior. Great working with you once again. That's Junior Burrow for Bob Trossett and Alex Utano. I'm Jeremy Huber, your final from the second matchup of the DMVSTREAM.COM Nova Challenge. Fairfax South beats Loudoun County by a count of 108 to 101. Fairfax North beating Loudoun County 108 to 101 here at George Marshall High School. Good afternoon, everybody.